Hi, everybody. Here I am again in the guest room. It's Wednesday, March 25th, and this is the short video guide to today's lecture notes. I posted them on Blackboard along with this video. I know we're all trying to get used to the new routine. I have to say there's been a lot of crying in the third grade homeschool classroom here at the House of Ferris Winterdahl. And I guess that's fine. Given what's going on with the rest of the world, we'll keep doing what we can, and it won't be perfect, and that will be okay. Okay, so today's lecture notes focus on the concept of culinary capital. It's a form of cultural capital that centers around food. So culinary capital is a set of knowledge, experience, tastes, interests, and discourse around food. And it is inevitably linked to socioeconomic status, as well as other statuses as well. So like cultural capital, which is knowledge and practices and tastes in general, culinary capital is knowledge and practices and tastes around food, and it is linked directly to socioeconomic status as well as other social statuses. So in other words, those with higher socioeconomic status are going to have a different body of culinary capital than those with lower socioeconomic statuses. Richer people will know and do and value and talk and write and be interested in different things with regard to food than will people with lower incomes. The same is likely to be true for people in different ethnic groups, people in urban versus rural areas, people with different levels of formal education, etc. And that's because cultural capital of all sorts is learned. And so our social location is going to affect what we learn and how we learn it. So that's going to be true for culinary capital as a form of cultural capital as well. One of the readings for this week, the Daniels reading, provides a really great window into how we learn culinary capital and how it's linked to socioeconomic status. She studied how difficult it is for lower income parents to introduce their children to new foods. And that's because the lower one's income is, the more concerned one has to be about wasting food, because wasting food means wasting money, of course, and the less money you have, the less you want to waste. As you probably have experienced, kids don't necessarily take to new foods right away, which means that the process of introducing a child to a new food, which is a way of increasing their culinary capital, inevitably is going to involve wasting food. A kid is going to refuse something multiple times before they accept it, if they ever accept it. We've had some success with broccoli in our house, but not so much with mushrooms, so far at least. And I really love this article by Daniels because it shows in real empirical detail how we learn about food, how we acquire certain tastes, etc., and how that learning is directly related to social class. So I think it's a really great way of recognizing that, first of all, culinary capital is learned, and second of all, the culinary capital that we have is linked to our socioeconomic status. Okay, so that's the sort of the elevator version of the reading and the lecture notes. But make sure you read them and review them so that you get the full argument. Regarding assignments, your meal ethnography is due tonight, Wednesday night, at 11:59 p.m. Like I have said several times, both in writing and in person, just do your best with what you've got, okay? I know we're not in optimal circumstances. I will take all the current chaos into account when I do the grading for these assignments, okay? All right, so that's the meal ethnography. Our next assignment is going to be, it's still going to be based on the food journal that you produced earlier in the semester. So all your data is already gathered. You do not have to leave your self-quarantine in order to do anything for the next assignment. I will come up with an assignment prompt for it this week, and I will post and talk about the new assignment prompt on Monday. I will try and keep it as, oh, wait a minute. When did I have that due? Okay, I will come up with an assignment prompt on Monday. Wait, I'll come up with an assignment prompt by tomorrow, and we'll talk about it briefly on Monday. But again, I am going to try and make it as low pressure for you as I possibly can, okay? I will also start working on a modified final paper assignment prompt that, again, takes our current situation into account, and I will have you for that have that for you next week, okay? Finally, I wanted to share a little news from our neighborhood that I hoped might cheer you up a bit. Of course, we can't go anywhere, so all we can do is take walks. And on our morning walk yesterday, we discovered a litter of fox babies under our neighbor's driveway slab and their mom. And we have foxes in our neighborhood all the time, and they've really been enjoying this kind of humanless world, so they've been running around a lot. But we figured out why yesterday, and I'll try and get some pictures of the babies today if I can and post them on Blackboard for you. Hopefully, I mean, they were super, super cute, and it really lifted our spirits, so hopefully hearing about them will lift your spirits, and if I can get a picture, I'll provide it so that that can lift your spirits as well. All right, hang in there, Huskies. I know we can do this.